We played a really hard game, really smart game. They got pucks in behind, and we're real physical. So the first period I feel is even. The second one, we won't like that very much at all. Somewhat self-inflicted, but yeah, we like the third period. We at 3-3. We're pretty excited about where we're at.
What was the biggest issue in that second period?
Just how we moved the puck, and I think some of the zone time that we had in the first and in the third period is the template of what we would like to do, and we couldn't sustain a lot of pucks in the part of it's how we moved it, some of our physicality, but it got to be a loose neutral zone game, which is a place we've been real strong, and we weren't particularly good there.
Vancouver had 2 goals and 10 shots on those first 2 penalty kills. Yep. Is that becoming a real area of concern? It
hadn't been today, but we touched that. I mean, on both those kills that are in that, I think we touched it 6 times before. 4 on the first and 2 on the second, and then that will kill you if you can't clear the puck. And we got to be able to get it down, win those battles. That's a concern.
Josh Mahura was saying that one of the big areas that he wished they would better tonight was one-on-one battles. You guys lost a lot along the board.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of what we do. So we didn't kill the plays we needed to in the second period in the offensive zone, but it was more the D zone pucks that we didn't pull off and get out. You know, that was a bit of a challenge.
Just on that, 15 giveaways tonight, and quite a few in your own end. Just how do you clean that up?
A little better puck support, flatten a few pucks out, and then I wouldn't bet my house on the giveaway takeaway numbers. It's just, you may want to take your own on those.
Do you think you guys need to be more aggressive in those passing lanes on the penalty kills? That was something that really changed last year on the penalty kill as well.
So you and I'd have to talk about the same thing. So a real aggressive penalty kill, you want to push the puck as much as you can. They move it around pretty well. And then in terms of being aggressive in the lane, just fighting harder. So you can't, it's difficult to do both, be in a lane and be driving your legs at the same time, especially the way they move it across the top. They create an awful lot of lanes. But neither one of them were particularly dangerous if the clear happens. We like what's going on, but we've touched it twice. 3 real clear ones on the first one, and we didn't get it down, and you know that's going to bite you. And the second one too. I mean, we touched that puck twice. It's got to go.
Sam Reinhart's been a goal scorer his whole career, but do you notice anything different in how he's playing this last 5 games here?
Well, he's continued to improve himself every year, and he worked incredibly hard this summer to be one of our fittest athletes, and you can tell he's got the legs, he's driving. I've always liked the idea of him and Barkov together. Just we ran 20 games last year, and it just didn't produce. Now there were chances, they just didn't finish. So some of that is a little bit like the power play confidence. When one goes, it starts to happen for you, and there's no real change in your game. I think Rodriguez makes enough good, solid plays with the puck, and Barkov is moving faster than the hole. So that's clearly the line that we have going, and now we've got I liked what Stenlund's line did tonight. They came out and I ran them against Miller in the third, and that opened up some other options for us. So I was happy with that. We've got to get the middle 6 in that going a little bit.
Evan should have had three points tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
All primaries.
Yeah, I'm not. Look at a bit of an even keel at the start of the year. We do have some challenges right now, and we're not expecting world domination. He made a couple of really good saves toward the end, and that's also part of the difference. But I don't like ever saying we had our chances, but we didn't win the game. That's usually what the team that loses says. So I don't expect you to be able to play the third, all 3 periods like the third, or you would have. I don't know what that works out to, about 57 shots on goal. I don't have that expectation, but we can look a lot more like we did in the third on a consistent 60-minute basis. And I think we had. It's like the 7 periods coming into period 2 here were pretty darn good, and the second period hurt us a bit, but we were still in that game, and it's 3-3. So we had an event that happened on the game winner that just won't happen again, and it was a highly unusual event, so we move on.
I was just saying that he's, Rodriguez, I mean, he's been shoveling it out pretty well with Barkov and
there's something, yeah, I mean, there's something there, and I don't find them to be. You worry about that line would at times overpass pucks, right? Because they're all, in some ways, passers. They're all gifted passers. But I find that they're starting to, especially when Barkov shoots the puck, it changes the dynamic of what that line can do. So it's there. It's there. We're just going to stay we're just going to keep, all the oars in the water, keep going. We'll be fine.
It seems like there's still some growing pains with the defense. Is there
Yeah.
any plan to make a change there? Maybe get Mike Riley in?
Well, like I said, I think we just beat two really good teams coming in here, so I don't think that you react that quickly, and it's not a statement of Mike Riley. There's a challenge with the 6 lefties, right? So you're going to get into some scrums and some banging along the walls, and those guys have been pretty good for us. So we're not cutting anybody tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay.
Thanks, Jordan.